Ghana secures 2.9 billion Ghana cedis investment to boost agriculture and food security. And also Cheques shift to bigger transactions as digital payments surge. And on the international scene, perplexity AI makes $34.5 billion bid for Google's Chrome amid antitrust pressures. Now let's settle for the details. So first story, the 2024 Financial Stability Review has revealed a marked shift in Ghana's payment trends, with cheque usage by volume dipping slightly, but the total value of cheque transactions soaring by 30.97% to 384.96 billion Ghana cedis in 2024, up from 293.93 billion Ghana cedis the previous year. The marginal 0.15% drop in interbank cheque volumes under the cheque code line clearing CCC system suggests that while fewer cheques are being issued, they are increasingly used for higher value corporate payment, large settlement, and other legacy institutional transactions. A similar pattern was observed in the Ghana Interbank Settlement GIS platform, which recorded a 78.12% increase in transaction value to 6.13 trillion Ghana cedis, despite a 6.07% fall in transaction volumes. Meanwhile, digital payment systems continued their upward trajectory. Ghana IPSS Instant Pay processed 161.2 million transactions worth 355.07 billion Ghana cedis, a 32% rise in value compared to 2023. Internet banking transactions saw an even sharper climb, with values increasing 114.9% to 212.44 billion Ghana cedis, reflecting growing trust among consumers and businesses in digital financial services. Analysts say the data underscores a transitional phase in Ghana's payment ecosystem. While traditional payment instruments like cheques remain relevant for certain large-scale transactions, the speed, convenience, and accessibility of digital platforms are steadily redefining how money moves in the economy. Now, away from that, the agriculture sector is set for a substantial injection of funds in 2025 as the government and development partners commit 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to drive key initiatives under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. The allocation captured in the 2025 to 2028 medium-term expenditure framework will support the flagship Feed Ghana program, agricultural mechanization, irrigation systems, livestock development, and post-harvest infrastructure. The aim is to boost food security, cut import dependency, and modernize farming nationwide. According to the framework, government resources, including internally generated funds (IGF), will contribute to 1.61 billion Ghana cedis, representing 55.3% of the total, while development partners will provide 1.3 billion Ghana cedis, or 44.7%. A breakdown of the expenditure shows that 226.6 million Ghana cedis is earmarked for employee compensation, 1.13 billion Ghana cedis will go towards goods and services, and 1.55 billion Ghana cedis will fund capital projects such as irrigation facilities and storage infrastructure. The funding aligns with Ghana's Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda, which focuses on raising productivity, improving value chains, and creating sustainable employment. As part of the strategy, the government is rolling out an ambitious policy to cut the country's $2 billion annual palm oil import bill. Central to this effort is the Red Gold Oil Palm Program, which will see the distribution of 1.5 million seedlings to farmers, the promotion of large-scale outgrower plantations, and incentives for local processing capacity. Officials say the move is designed to attract private sector investment and create thousands of jobs in rural areas. The Red Gold program, alongside Feed Ghana, is expected to help transform the agricultural landscape, position the sector as a cornerstone of Ghana's economic growth. And to other stories, the National Petroleum Authority has issued a stern warning to fuel stations operating without the required licenses, stating they face immediate closure and possible decommissioning. In a statement, the authority reiterated its legal mandate under the National Petroleum Authority Act 2005, Act 691, as amended to regulate all commercial activities involving the storage, distribution and sale of petroleum product. The move, it says, is aimed at clamping down on illicit operations and reinforcing compliance in the downstream petroleum sector. The law covers a wide range of petroleum-related activities, including importation, exportation, re-exportation, shipment, transportation, processing, refining, storage, distribution, marketing and sale of crude oil, gasoline, diesel, LPG, kerosene and other designated product. The MP also stressed that only Guineans or foreign companies in registered joint ventures with Guinean partners meeting local content and participation requirement are eligible to obtain licenses. Licensed operators are further required to display their permit prominently at their business premises, a measure intended to assure the public of regulatory compliance. The authority maintains that strict enforcement is essential to safeguard public safety, protect consumers, and maintain confidence in Ghana's regulated petroleum supply chain, particularly amid rising energy demand and market growth. Artificial intelligence startup Perplexity AI has made an unsolicited $34.5 billion offer to acquire Google's Chrome browser in a move that could reshape the internet's competitive landscape. The bid, confirmed Tuesday, comes despite Chrome being one of Google's most valuable assets and a core gateway to its advertising business. The figure surpasses Perplexity's current valuation of $18 billion, but the company says it has secured commitment from several investors to back the deal. Google has yet to comment on the proposal. The offer arrives as the search giant faces mounting antitrust pressure following a U.S. Department of Justice ruling last year that found Google maintained an illegal monopoly in online search. The DOJ has proposed forcing Google to divest Chrome entirely, arguing it would stop Google's control of this critical search access point and allow rival search engines a fairer chance at competing. Launched in 2008, Chrome commands the largest share of the global browser market, providing Google with extensive user data that fuels its targeted advertising business. Perplexity, known for its AI-powered search engine that provides direct answers alongside source links, recently entered the browser market with its own AI-based product, Comet. The company has been aggressive in its growth strategy, having earlier explored a potential merger with TikTok and attracting investment interest from major tech firms like Samsung and Meta. Industry analysts say the bid could be part bold business play, part regulatory gamble. Whether Google would ever consider selling its flagship browser remains uncertain, but with regulatory scrutiny intensifying and rivals circling, the pressure on Silicon Valley's most dominant search player continues to mount.